I sleep with 4 blankets. I'm not crazy, and each one has a very specific purpose. You're crazy. You clicked to watch this. If one of these is missing, everything falls apart. You read the video title. This is your fault. This video is not sponsored by anyone. I just thought, you know, who would want to know about my 4 blanket, completely necessary sleep system? Everybody. This is important information. I also thought it'd be a good idea to wear matching PJs that I was influenced to buy from an Instagram girly. I look like a housewife whose favorite dessert is a glass of wine in this. So sit there and let me explain to you, blanket by blanket, why this is 100% a necessary and not at all crazy thing that I do. Blanket 1. Now blanket 1 is the most important blanket, okay? Because this blanket is the one that I feel the most. And what do I want to feel? Like I'm laying on a cloud, okay? And so actually my lovely husband, Bobby, found this for me when I said I wanted the softest throw blanket. And now this was the last blanket that I got out of this whole system. I'll get to that later. How just life has unraveled so much that this is now how I must sleep. But anyway, this is the soft blanket. Look at it, it's stretchy, it's soft. Oh. This should be the only blanket touching me at all times. If I ever will only use one blanket, this would be the one blanket. Blanket 2. Now this blanket is like a comforter, but it's like a light comforter. As I'm going through these, I'm now realizing how ridiculous this all sounds, but just stay with me because it's too late. I've already committed to making this video. Now this blanket goes on top of the fluffy blanket. This one also soft, but not as fluffy. Again, need to feel like I'm touching a cloud. This one is just, you know, for some extra warmth. And sometimes in the summer, I will sleep with these 2. And it's okay. It has some stitching, I don't know. What else can I say about this? Oh, fun fact, people were like, don't get white. Why would you get white? They're gonna get dirty so easily. That is the point, okay? Why do you think that hotels have white blankets and white towels? It's so that they can throw it in with bleach and just get rid of everything. That's why I have white, okay? We can just throw it in with bleach, it gets rid of everything. That's blanket number 2. Blanket 3, the most unique of all the blankets. This I call the waffle blanket because obvious reasons. I told Bobby that I got cold a lot at night, and so he thoughtfully bought this blanket, but it was served up to him in the Instagram algorithm. And I think that the Instagram algorithm thinks men like to sleep on rocks because this feels like you're sleeping on like gravel. It's rough. It feels like a Brillo pad, okay? Like where you would scrape stuff off of pants. And so when he bought this, I don't know if he knew that it felt that rough and that like weighted, but immediately when I put it on, I was like, this cannot touch any part of my body. And so it doesn't. It is on top of 2 other layers, but somehow it works. I think that the weight and I think that the texture just holds the other 2 blankets down. And so that's why he got the opposite after I complained about this one.
What are you doing?
Our landscaper came by and I realized how weird this probably looks that I have a light and a camera set up in front of the bed while he was walking by. I'm explaining my blanket sleep system.
It's not at all what it looks like.
I know, it's not at all what it looks like.
Blanket sleep system?
My blanket sleep system. Do you know how I sleep with many blankets?
Yeah, obviously I'm very aware. Are you wearing pajamas?
Yes, I had to give the full experience of what it's like to sleep with my system.
It's way too hot. I use one blanket. Do you wear blankets? What do you?
Do I wear them?
What would the adjective?
I was trying to describe the texture of this blanket. Can you explain the texture of this blanket? That's not a texture.
I use one blanket and Lauren uses many.
Bobby makes fun of me, and that's how I got the idea for this video. Because I was like, you know who wouldn't make fun of me? The internet.
And I clump them all, I push them all over to her, and I use one. So there's this mound in the middle, the blanket mound.
Can you explain how...
Can you?
Yes, I can. That's what I've been doing for the last 20 minutes. Can you explain how we reached this point? Because I originally was fine with one blanket.
Yeah.
I think this is your doing.
A duvet cover, a duvet. Thermal blanket of hotness and inconvenience.
On a level of 1 to 10,
Yeah.
how would you rank your hatred of the duvet and duvet cover setup?
Solid 8.
Okay.
A lot. Not ultimate, but I do not like it.
Not ultimate?
I mean, I don't like it.
Well, that's why this
This
happened.
is the result of the duvet. I don't understand this at all.
I don't
Do you like shed layers throughout the night?
I do. At the beginning of the night, it gets really cold, so I
cool.
start with all of them, and then I can shed them as my body heat warms up my area.
I want to see what the landscaper saw.
Now all I can think is that the landscaper thinks I do OnlyFans.
Yeah,
What do you do for a living? I make videos on the internet, and then he walks by
I'm a
and
blanket
sees this.
reviewer.
This is what sells today.
Good luck explaining this.
I don't need luck. This makes total sense. Okay, anyway, on to the final blanket. Blanket number 4. Now this is your standard comforter. This is what most normal people, what are normal people like? Most normal people tend to sleep with a sheet. You know what sleeping with a sheet feels like to me? It's like you threw some tissue paper on top of me. I don't like it. I don't think I've ever slept with a sheet, ever. Society has told us that we should be sleeping with a sheet on top of us and then a comforter of some kind, or even like a quilt if a comforter is too much for you. This is my comforter. It is basically decor. This is what everybody sees. So if somebody comes into the bedroom, they don't know about my system, okay? Only you guys now know about my system because it's covered up by this. We got to this because we started out with a duvet that you shove into a duvet cover. And so it sucks, okay? I'm not gonna lie. Bobby was correct. It's terrible. But it was the only way I could think to like clean a duvet and the outside of a duvet. I don't know. I'm learning. I'm an adult and I still don't know the proper, like who teaches this? I am now in this blanket course that I'm doing randomly for no reason. This is what I use throughout the winter and to cover up all of my secrets. But yeah, so when the duvet cover and duvet became a nightmare, Bobby threw it into the garage so that I couldn't use it and we got another one. But then this was too hot, okay? This was too much. And so that's when Bobby bought me the Brillo pad blanket so I could feel manly when I go to bed because men can't sleep with softness, okay? It needs to be rugged. But yeah, this was too manly for me. So then I got this guy, my favorite, my cloud. But then in the summer, this would sometimes be too cold with the air conditioning, but then sometimes it would be too hot with the comforter. And so I got this. This is probably unnecessary. Maybe this is unnecessary. You know what? I could probably just do this. No, as I'm talking about this both seems crazy and logical at the same time because I definitely need this. But then if I put the 4th blanket on top without the 2nd and the 3rd blanket, then it's too hot and then I take this off and then I get too cold. So then I put this on and then it's okay. But then sometimes I like the added weight of this, so I just throw it on top. It weighs it all down. And the landscaper's coming by again. I think that the most concerning part about all of this that I'm learning is that this all makes total sense to me. Like I genuinely feel like I need all of these. The other concerning part is that when I was explaining this system to Bobby when he was making fun of it, my immediate thought was, oh, I should make a video about this because people on the internet need to hear about my system. I need to explain this to people. This is quality content. And I am right because look at you. You're watching this still right now. And if you subscribe after this, this is the type of content that you're signing up for. You are enabling more of whatever this is. So just, you know, think about that before you do anything crazy, like subscribe to this channel, or tell me in the comments if you also have a 4-blanket system, or more. How is this the first video of this channel's relaunch? I need people to understand what this channel probably is gonna be, and this is the epitome of my brain. This channel is gonna be my brain. Yay!